Today we are going to discuss about benefits of feedback and the effect of feedback. So before going to discuss about benefits of feedback and effect of feedback, let me discuss about feedback. So feedback is a signal which is taken from the output and again it is connected to the input side. That means whatever the resultant we are getting, that resultant we are taken as a feedback and again which get to the input side to get desired response. That is the feedback. So if you consider the feedback, that will be considered as a closed loop. If you are not considered a feedback, that will be assumed as a open loop. So now the feedback control system is generally considered superior to open loop system. Means it's a best option. If you compare to the open loop system, the closed loop system will give best option. That's why I give the point. Feedback control system is generally considered superior to the open loop system. And these feedback are having some advantages as well as some disadvantages also. So wherever one point is there, due to the point, some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages. So first let us concentrate on advantages. So in these advantages, by providing the feedback, the noise signals can be rejected. Unnecessary disturbances and noise signals from outside of the system can be rejected. So what is the noise? Means other than the input, whatever the signals are enter into the system, those called as the noise signals. Unnecessary disturbances means other than the inputs. Those can be rejected with the help of the feedback. And the next advantage is change in the performance of the system. So what is the performance? So basically, here coming to the performance, in order to find out the student performance, we need to conduct some tests, we need to conduct some quiz program, we need to ask some assignments. By checking all these things, we can justify whether the particular student performance is good or average or excellent, very good, I can justify. In the similar aspect, we need to check the performance of the system in the part of stability, in the part of effectiveness, in the part of efficiency, in the part of losses. Those things are come under performance of the system. So that performance can be varied due to the feedback. Varied means it may increase, it may decrease, it may changes everything. Now the next one is steady state error of the system can be relatively small. So steady state error means if the error of the system will be less, the system efficient will be more. If the error will be high, system efficiency will be less, like losses. In machines, we can call it as losses, but in the control system, we can call it as error. That is steady state error. It will be less. So these are all some advantages. So first advantage is it may reject unnecessary disturbance and noise signals, and the performance of the system is improved. Steady state error of the system can be relatively small, and transient behavior of the process can be easily manipulated. So what is the transient behavior? So transient means it's a sudden changes. Basically, suddenly if you are applied the load or suddenly remove the load, the system will be going to be changes. Those changes can be manipulated easily. Like for example, in synchronous machines, you have listened phenomena hunting. I think so. The lateral entry people will know this one definition. Hunting. So hunting means if the machine will be running at some load, suddenly the load will be removed, the machine will behave looks like a pendulum, which is called as hunting phenomena. So this means sudden changes. If any sudden changes will be occurred, that behavior is called as transient behavior. Transient means sudden changes. That behavior can be manipulated easily. Now the next one is the feedback is compared with the desired state in order to correct the measures. So the meaning of this point is by providing the feedback, we can achieve whatever we require. So desired state or required state or the desired parameters. So whatever the parameters we require, those things can be achieved easily by providing the feedback. So these are all the several advantages by providing the feedback. Now coming to on the other hand, we have some several disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? The system is complicated. System is complicated by the increased number of components. So by providing feedback means obviously that some of the components may be added into the system. Due to the components, the system may get complicated, and the overall gain of this system is reduced and must be compensated for in the design. So here, just as of now, we can discuss, we can remember what is the overall gain and what is the compensation. So this gain, how the gain will be changed and how the compensator can be changed. Okay, these things can be discussed in the third chapter. In the third chapter, we'll get compensators as well as the gain, how the gain will be changes, everything. And the system may not be stable. Sometimes the system may not be stable because it may oscillate or depart greatly from the desired output. So because in order to get desired output, we can add more feedback, then the system may not be stable. The error detector is necessary in order to compare two states. Error detector is necessary in order to compare two states. The next drawback is if there is a change in output, it will affect the system input. If there is a change in an output, it will affect the system input. So these are all the some advantages and disadvantages of the feedback. These two slides will come under benefits of feedback. So we can discuss what are the advantages of the providing feedback, and we can discuss about what are the drawbacks while providing the feedback. So now we can go for effect of feedback. So what is the effect which is going to be considered as a feedback? So here the feedback plays an important role in order to improve the performance of the system. Feedback plays an important role in order to improve the performance of the system. So performance means, already told you, stability, steady state error, efficiency, losses, these are all will be come under performance of the control system. So basically the feedbacks are classified into two types. One is positive feedback and negative feedback. Positive feedback and negative feedback. So out of these two feedbacks, we'll preferably use the negative feedback because it will give more stable. It will give less steady state error as compared to the positive feedback. So let us discuss about what is the positive feedback and what is the negative feedback. What is the transfer function of the positive feedback? What is the transfer function of the negative feedback? We'll see both the things and we can compare which one is best by seeing the transfer functions of the both the cases. So first let us concentrate on positive feedback. So here in this positive feedback, this is the diagram for the positive feedback. This is the summing point, as we know that. So it takes input is R of S. R of S is the input and C of S is the output. So here if this summing points, this symbol and this symbol both will be positive, it is called as positive feedback. So for this positive feedback, what is the transfer function? So how to calculate the transfer function? So already we know that the output of the block is equals to the product of that input signal and the gain of that block. So now first let me calculate what is the output of this block. So output of this block is equals to, what is the input to this block? C of S into, what is the gain of this block? H. So therefore output of this H is can be written as C of S into H. That will be given here. And now what is the error or what is the resultant of this block? So the resultant of this block can be written as R of S plus H into C of S. So we can add both the things because here summing position is nothing but add. So if both are pluses, we can add. If one plus and one minus, we can subtract. That is the resultant of the summing point. So now what is the output of this block? So the output of this block, already definition is there. The output of the block is defined as the product of input to this block and gain of the product of input to this block and gain of that block. So therefore the output of this block C of S is equals to then R of S plus H into C of S into G. This is the input into G. So now if you simplify this, C of S is equals to R of S into G plus GH into C of S. So we can take the common C of S. So C of S minus GH into C of S equals to R of S into G. So from this, if we take the C of S as common, 1 minus GH is equals to R of S into G. So we know that transfer function TF equals to Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input, that is C of S by R of S. So if you derive that, C of S by R of S is equals to, So here C of s this one, R of s will be taken like this, and this term will be later taken like this. Therefore, we'll get G by 1 minus GH. So this is the transfer function of the positive feedback system. So this is the transfer function I am written directly, G by 1 minus GH. So in order to get this, this is the proof for the, in order to find out the transfer function. So here where the terms will be, what is the T, what is the G, what is the H. So T is nothing but overall transfer function. G is nothing but open loop gain, which is called as open loop gain. And H is nothing but feedback or gain. Feedback or gain. This is the positive feedback. So if you go for the negative feedback, the same diagram, just here instead of this plus, they are going to take negative. That is the difference between positive feedback and negative feedback. Let me see the negative feedback system. So for the negative feedback system, here the symbol will be minus. So that is only difference. Previous compared to the previous. In the summing point, both will be plus. Here in this summing point, one is plus, one is minus. So in this, how to calculate that? First, we need to calculate the what is the output of this block. Here I can write H into C of S, because what is the input to this block and gain of that block. That's why it's written as H into C of S. And here, what is the resultant of this summing point? So here, one is plus, one is minus. So therefore, I can write R of S minus H into C of S. This is the input to this block. Now, what is the output of the block G? So the output of the block G can be written as, the output of block G can be written as C of S is equals to, this is the output, C of S is equals to, what is the input to this block? R of S minus H into C of S into G. Gain of that block is G. So if you simplify this, R of S into G minus HC of S into G. If you simplify this, R of S into G minus GH into C of S. So if you take on right side and take the common, you will get C of S will be take the common 1 plus GH is equals to R of S into G. So we know that the transfer function T equals to C of S by R of S. So if you substitute that, you will get C of S by R of S equals to G by 1 plus GH. G by 1 plus GH. This is the transfer function of the negative feedback system. So for that, where T equals to overall transfer function of the negative feedback system, G is open loop gain part and H is the feedback gain part. So this is the difference between positive feedback as well as the negative feedback. The small difference is positive feedback is G by 1 minus GH. For the negative feedback is G by 1 plus GH. And for the system, for analysis of the system or for find out the stability of the system, we can use the negative feedback system. We can use the negative feedback system in order to get the stability. So now, what are the effects? So as of now, we have discussed how many types of feedbacks, like positive feedback as well as the negative feedback. So out of those two, we can conclude that negative feedback system will give better approach as compared to the positive feedback system. So if you are considering negative feedback system, what are the parameters are going to be affected? What are the parameters are going to be affected? The first parameter is sensitivity, stability, noise. The first one is sensitivity, stability, noise. So noise is nothing but other than the input signal, whatever the things are there, those things are called as noise. So now coming to the sensitivity. So the sensitivity of the overall gain of negative feedback control system. So see here, negative feedback closed loop system going to be taken. For the negative feedback closed loop system, it is taken, the sensitivity can be as TG. So what is the meaning of STG is sensitivity of the overall gain for the negative feedback closed loop system is written as dou T by T by dou Z by G. So where T is nothing but closed loop transfer function, G is nothing but open loop gain. Remember, G is nothing but open loop gain, T is nothing but closed loop transfer function. So if you simplify this, you may write what you write dou T by T into G by dou G. So if you simplify this, you can write dou T by dou G into G by T. Dou T by dou G into G by T. So first we need to find out the dou T by dou G. So how to dou T by dou G? We need to consider closed loop system with negative feedback. So dou by dou z of what is the transfer function previously calculated for the negative feedback? For the negative feedback, the transfer function is g by 1 plus gh. So g by 1 plus gh into g by t. G by t. So now we need to do a partial derivation, partial differentiation. So this is u by v. So differentiation of u by v formula is 1 by v square into v du minus u dv. So let me write the formula here. Dou by dou t of u by v can be written as 1 by v square into v du minus u dv. This is the formula for differentiation of u by v. So if you write like that, so first v is nothing but this one, 1 by gh 1 plus gh whole square v du 1 plus gh into differentiation of g. So here differentiation with respect to g by g 1 minus g into, right, one differentiation is 0 plus h. One difference is 0 plus h. This is into g by t. Into g by t. So now if you simplify this, what you are going to get? If you simplify this, what you are going to get? 1 by 1 plus gh square, 1 by 1 plus gh square into, you will get here 1 plus gh minus g into h gh into g by t into g by t. So from this gh cancel, finally you will get 1 by 1 plus gh whole square into g by t whole square into g by t. This is the formula for FTG. Still we need to simplify this. So how to simplify this will see. So g by t. So how to find out the g by t? So how to find out the g by t is, we know that closed loop transfer function, this one. What is the closed loop transfer function? T equals to g by 1 plus gh. Closed loop transfer t equals to g by 1 plus gh. From this you can write g by t equals to 1 by 1 plus gh. So from this g by t means you can take t will be this side, then you will get g by t equals to 1 plus gh. So here I can substitute this one. Instead of this, I am going to substitute 1 by 1 plus gh whole square into, instead of g by t, I am going to write 1 by 1 plus gh. So g by t is nothing but only 1 plus gh, not 1 by, it's only 1 plus gh. So from this equation, g by t I am going to write. So just t will be like this and this will be like this. So therefore it will get numerator 1 plus gh. G by t is nothing but 1 plus gh. So if you substitute here, instead of g by t, 1 by gh, 1 plus gh. So 1 plus gh. So this 1 plus gh term, this term cancels. Finally we may get STG, sensitivity of the system is written as 1 by 1 plus gh. This is the formula I need to derive from this slide. So once I am repeating. So in this effect of feedback, we have three effects. One is sensitivity, one is stability, one is noise. For the stability point of view, we need to take the formula for consideration of closed loop control system. For that, the formula is written as like this: STG equals to dou t by t by dou g by g. So just if you simplify this, finally you get this one, dou t by dou z into g by t. So here t is nothing but closed loop transfer function. As we already discussed, the closed loop transfer function t equals to this one, g by 1 plus gh. For this, we can apply the partial differentiation. While applying partial differentiation, you will get finally this term 1 by 1 plus gh square into g by t. So here g by t. So this g by t can be calculated by using above expression. So from this expression, I am going to find out g by t equals to 1 by 1 plus gh. So that will be substituted here. Finally, the sensitivity can be written as 1 by 1 plus gh. 1 by 1 plus gh. So here they are given 2 points. The first point is, if the value of 1 plus gh is less than 1, the sensitivity will be increased. If the value 1 plus GH is less than 1, sensitivity will be increases. If the value is 1 plus GH is greater than 1, the sensitivity may be decreases. Sensitivity may be decreased, because this is the expression. From this expression, if it is less than 1, obviously it is increases. If it is more than 1, it will be decreases. That is regarding sensitivity. Now coming to stability. So if you go for the stability, as you know that if any system is said to be stable, the system should satisfy Bigot principle. That means bounded output and bounded input. That's why it is given as if its output is under control. Under control means the output should be bounded. Suppose if it is out of control means unbounded. So otherwise it is unstable. Here I have written clearly, a system is said to be stable. The system output and input both will be bounded condition. That's why it is under control. Therefore it is stable. Otherwise unstable. And now last one is effect of noise. So what is the noise? So noise is nothing but other than the input signal. Is there any additional signals are there? Those things are called as noises. So here, if you look at this open loop system and closed loop system, for the open loop system, this R of S is the input and C of S is the output. This N of S is nothing but noise. So this is nothing but noise. So now you need to find out the transfer function between C of S to the N of S. You need to find out the transfer function between C of S to the N of S. So therefore, in this case, N of S is the input. So this will be considered as the input. This will be considered as the output. For this case, this will be neglected because there is no connection to this block to any other one, C of S or N of S. That's why the C of S by N of S can be written as simply GB. So the transfer function of this open loop transfer function with respect to the noise signal is C of S by N of S is equals to G suffix B. Similarly, if you go for the closed loop, so if you go for the noise of the closed loop, while considering this as the input and this as the output, this will be make it 0. So if it is make it 0, this minus signal will be given to here. This minus signal is given to here. So therefore this minus is added. So minus GA. So now what is the resultant diagram? The resultant diagram can be written as. So here let us take N of S here. So from the N of S directly GB. So from the GB we will get C of S. So from this feedback, H is there, one H. Then it's a minus GA. So minus GA means, so here I am taking minus directly. Here I can add GA. Okay, so this minus will be applied here. So that's why I am written directly plus GA H. So it looks like again negative feedback. So if it is negative feedback, already we know that formula. So now according to block diagram reduction technique, it may written as plus minus GB. Here C of S. Here it's both are being cascaded. Therefore, you can write H into GA. It is connected here. So according to the negative feedback, just now only we calculated G by 1 plus GH formed. So let me act. It is act as Z. It is act as a H. If you take that GB by 1 plus GH. GH means G. GA H. So finally, the transfer function C of S by N of S can be written as GB by 1 plus GA GB H. So this is the transfer function when noise is introduced. So therefore, this is the noise concept. So if the noise is introduced, what about the system? So here system will have only simple function, it is GB. But if you go for the closed loop, you will get some big function. Like the denominator is added. Denominator is added. Therefore, the system should be get some stable. So these are all the things which are nothing but effect of feedback as well as